Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of D313XP, episode 29. This is your boy DC1, holding it down for known as Jay and for Bree. You know, the guys will be joining us shortly, man. It's been a while since we've been on the show, man. Listen, man, we did a lot of things. We got some things to talk about. It's not gonna be a long show today, but we got some things we definitely got to talk about, man. Listen, um, first I want to say he wanted to, give a shout out to everybody. That's been supporting this channel throughout. I'm gonna give a shout out to my guys at Dynasty Sports Network Detroit. Saying make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe to their channel. Also too, make sure you hit that like subscribe to our channel D313XP, man. Definitely, man. This thing trying to get this continue to get this thing to grow, man. It's definitely trying to continue to get this thing to grow, man. So it's gonna be definitely bring y'all more excitement, man. More excitement for the show, man. Listen, um, it's something I kind of want to get off my chest right quick. Um, I know we were supposed to be talking about Detroit Lions right quick, but I gotta say this, man. The Detroit Pistons, man. Yeah, Detroit Pistons. Yeah, I know. Shout out to my guy, Big Willie Styles, Big A, Kaz, Culture Boy Juan, Kane, Dynasty Sports Network, my guys as well, man. On the chat, man. Um, the struggle continues, man. It continues. Um, Watching that game last night, this is the opportunity that the Pistons can take advantage of against a Memphis team that's banged up, missing players, including their best player that's been suspended, John Morant, missing Marcus Smart, missing Luke Kennard, and this is the opportunity the Pistons to take advantage of to stop their losing streak. Unfortunately, again, it's been the same thing. Turnovers, not playing consistent defense at all. And fourth quarter woes. Fourth quarter woes got them again, man. It's looking at the game, I don't know how everybody else felt, but you kind of felt that the momentum, the first three quarters, like the Pistons could take care of. They could actually finally win this game. And then to Desmond Bain. Gotta get a shit. Desmond Bain's been one of the most underrated players in the NBA. And say what you want. Some people say he might be the second best player on the Grizzlies, maybe the third. You add Jaren Jackson Jr., he might be the second best player. But Desmond Bain, he lit him up in the second half. Pistons, they gave up 30 points and he scored 30 points in the second half. I mean, he lit him up in the third quarter. I believe he had 17 points in the third quarter alone. It's Pistons had an 8-point lead early in the third quarter. Just turnovers, man. When you turn the ball over and you allow other teams to get back in the game. And that's what's been happening for the stretch of this season, man. This Pistons team's been struggling, trying to find wins to close out games. Out of the losses that you really count for the Pistons, a lot of the losses they've been in a lot of games. They just haven't learned how to close games. And that's a learning process. This Pistons team, they showed the talent. We all know they got the talent out of the world. But the thing is, they have to learn. This young team, Monty Williams is new head coach. It's gonna take some adjustments. Take some time to, for his players to buy into the system. We hear talks about should fire Monty Williams, fire Troy Weaver, and Why is Gores haven't, come out and, address the fans? You know, and I'm gonna say this. I'm tired of hearing about fans say fire Monty Williams. First of all, shut the hell up with that noise. Monty Williams don't need to be fired. He just got here. It's gonna take him time to get used to it. This system. Point blank, point simple. So all these fans, when talk about fire Monty Williams, you shove it up your ass. Plain and simple. Monty Williams is not going nowhere. Okay, he's our new head coach. Give him a chance. Give him time to get, to get used to. Okay. Now, if you want to say about Troy Weaver, you want to say about Tom Gores, you go ahead. You go ahead. But at Troy Weaver at this point, we don't know. He's behind the scenes. We don't know what he's going to do. We don't know. I'm quite sure Troy Weaver understands that it's just a process. I mean, it is 4th year in this process, but y'all understand too, man. It's it takes some rebuilding, it takes some time. And this Pistons team, man, it's a struggle. It's a real struggle, man. So it's just look at the opportunities. The Pistons have opportunities to win these games. It's crazy, man. To see our team like that, man. Our team is struggling to close our games out, man. So, yeah, they say, man, you lose by 14 to Memphis, a team that's banged up, that's been struggling, been shuttling themselves. Yeah, it's frustrating. It is frustrating. As a Piston fan, it's frustrating to see our basketball team lose like this. But we just gotta keep hope, keep faith, man. We same thing, we get, saying when it comes to the Lions, Lions been laughing stock team for a long time, and they turned it around, they made some moves. I know it's still, our football team still needs to address some things, but they moving in the right direction. Get a shout out to the Wings. The Wings are moving in the right direction. They're winning. Steve Eisenman with his dealing with this rebuild for over a few years. It's going to take time. Scott Harris, he's going to his 2nd year. The Tigers are already making progress. They finished the season off strong this past season. If you really look at the Pistons schedule, a lot of people say they don't know if they're going to win these many games, before the end of the year. I mean, you got Indiana, you got Philly twice, Brooklyn twice, Utah, all these other games. You got those coming up. Pistons are, they are competing. It's not like the guys is quitting on Monty Williams or they quitting on this organization. They're not. You can see it. You can see it in Isaiah Stewart and Cade and the other guys. You can see it in them. You could definitely see it. But again, these guys has to learn. They have to learn how to close games. They have to learn to quit turning the ball over. They have to learn, make free throws. You got to learn. Those things will come eventually. Those things will. The more you win, the easier it is to be happy, having fun. And I just think that the Pistons, it's a struggle. Not just for them, for these players, for the organization, for the fan base. So it's going to take some time. It's going to take some time. like I said, it's hurtful. It's definitely hurtful, man. So I just really want to get that out of my chest right quick, man. I just pray that the Pistons, you know, could get a W. Um, to be feeling good about themselves, get the W. You know what I'm saying? Not just for themselves, the organization, the fan base. So we, get that W. Just feel good about it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. So definitely, man. Pistons. Stand behind you. You know, yeah. It's gonna be a struggle, man. It's gonna be definitely a struggle, but they're gonna get better. They're gonna get better. But yeah, um, but yeah. Just speaking of that, yeah, I'm done with the talk piss. I had to get that out of my chest right quick, man. We definitely got to talk about it, man. Switching over to the new topic, man. We got to talk about the Detroit Lions, the Saints. You know, this past Sunday, the Detroit Lions pull off the victory against the New Orleans Saints, 33-28. Lions came out the gate in the first quarter, first half. They came out, they was up 21-0. And it's pretty towards, the Saints was trying to make the surge and making the comeback, but the Lions able to prevail, to hold on to put off the victory, 33-28. It was a much needed win for our team because of the simple fact we need to take control our own destiny, not only just in our division. We need to have control when it comes to also the NFC. So definitely, yeah. So it's going to take some time. Yeah. One second. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, she in her room.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you good. She up there laying down. Yeah. Yeah. So sorry for the interruption. Yeah. Yes. So it's definitely, man. This is they pulled out the victory. So the Lions, they're gonna be definitely gonna put out the victory. So sorry about that, but yeah, Detroit Lions will be, they needed that victory. They gotta control, they gotta take care of business rest of the way. Can the Lions have a shot? Since contain the number 2 seed, absolutely. San Francisco showed they the best, one of the best teams in the NFC. So we're tied with them, but San Francisco got the edge because they got the better conference record. But Philadelphia Eagles, my other team as well. Philadelphia got a big game coming up against the division rivals Dallas Cowboys. So this is the opportunity for the Detroit Lions to go out here and take care of business, beat the Chicago Bears. If we played them a few weeks ago, which we end up pulling out that victory. We was down by 15 points with less than 3 minutes to go in the game. To count them all the way back and win that game against the Chicago Bears was huge. Before we turned around that few days later on Thanksgiving, lose to the Green Bay Packers. But the Chicago Bears team, you know what you're going to get. You know what you're going to get out of this division. You know what you're going to expect. This division, Chicago Bears going to play it tough. But Chicago Bears came off of a bye week. And then before that, they came out with the victory against the division rival. Where we gonna be playing soon, the Minnesota Vikings, which it was an ugly game on Monday Night Football. But yeah, it was just definitely an ugly game on that game. I hope you didn't watch it, but Lions got to take care of business against the Chicago Bears. to pull that victory out before they come back home again on a Saturday night against the Denver Broncos. Yeah, it's a Saturday night on NFL Network. If you don't have NFL Network, I'm quite sure they be showing it on Fox too. So I'm assuming. So just make sure you stay tuned to that if you don't have NFL Network. So, um, yeah, Lions, Bears, like you said, again, it's going to be another one of those games that the Bears want to get revenge. They felt like they should have won the game, which for the Bears fans' perspective, the other NFL, to fans' perspective, that was keeping out of those games between the Lions and the Bears. They felt that the Bears should have won the game. The Bears basically took control of the majority of that game, and the Lions came back and took that victory. But also too, Lions need to clean up some things, which I like they did Sunday. They did not turn the ball over. They forced the turnover. Yeah. So it just, yeah, yeah. So yeah, but yeah, it's definitely, yeah. Yeah, sorry about the interruptions. My little baby in the background and this stuff. So, um, but yeah, um, it's definitely, like you said, it's gonna be gonna be interesting. It's gonna be very interesting. Um, Looking forward for this game. Look for the Lions to take care of business against the Bears. Which you know we got good news. That Bruce Irvin, he has looked good. He did practice today. He didn't practice yesterday. He did practice today. He will be playing this Sunday, so that's going to help. We're definitely looking forward to that. Um, yeah, like I said, man, this is definitely um looking forward to this Lions Bears. Looking forward to these upcoming games. Like you said, Lions got a stretch coming up. You thought this would be an easy stretch. Now it's really not going to be easy because the simple fact you really look at it. Um, Lions got to continue to take care of business because Minnesota, we still got to play them twice. We still got to play. We still Green Bay. I know we beat them once and they beat us once. Green Bay has been pretty hot. The last few games, including beating us. So at this point, the Lions have to go out and take care of business. You know what I'm saying? Take care of business and go ahead and what I'm saying, get the job done, man. So definitely, man. So is that my guy Bree, man? Is that my guy Bree? What's going on with you, brother?
What's up, bro? What's going on
What's up?
with you? What's
What's going
happening? What's
on?
happening?
What's
What's
happening,
happening?
man? Not much, man. Holding it down, man. Holding it down, man. Listen, we just talking about the Detroit Lions right quick, man. The preview against the Chicago Bears coming up, man. So, what you giving your takes on what the Lions should need to do to take care to beat the Bears for the second time? And I'm gonna step away while you for a second while you go ahead.
Um, well, well, this the thing. I think they need to they gotta control fields for sure. They can't make him a mobile quarterback. If you're gonna make him, you gotta make him a thrower. You can't make him both a passer and a runner. Can't do that. You cannot do that. You gotta control the line of scrimmage as well. You have to. The first game, we can't do the same thing we did that first game. That's we got lucky even winning that game. We shouldn't even that. But the thing is, we have to clean up those mistakes because the Bears is like they gonna be a different team in Chicago because they looking for payback. Just like how Green Bay was looking for it, they looking for the same thing. And they're gonna pretty much try to do the same thing Green Bay did to us. But it's a must win, and it's gonna be cold. So it's one of them games where you just gotta it's a division game. it's going to be one of them smash mouth division games, which it's going to come down to that throughout the last part of the season. So you just got to time of possession is key. And you know you gotta and this defense has to control the line of scrimmage as well, especially in the middle defensive line. They gotta put pressure on Fields. They got to. You can't go a whole game without putting pressure on them. And Hutchinson can't do it himself. He has to. Other people have to step up, and it's a must. So that's my thoughts on it. No.
Breathe.
No.
Breathe.
No.
Breathe.
Yes, sir.
Breathe.
What's up with you, brother?
Yep. Can y'all hear me?
We can hear
Y'all
you.
hear
I
me?
know DC just stepped out for a little bit, man. Yeah, we can hear you, brother.
Okay. It sound clear? I'm trying to see if I can hear y'all
They
through
were
my
just talking
headphones or
about
not, because I don't hear y'all through the headphones. Maybe. That's why. I'm sorry, y'all. These new headphones, so y'all gotta give me a minute.
Hear us.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
We dig it, brother. We dig it. And in the process, we're going to roll tide.
Well, first off, let me start off saying the show's good to see you. Your boy is missing you a little bit. No weirdness. But
you know, a lot of stuff going on, man. You know.
She got on the that
Go ahead,
team right now.
Roll Tide, baby.
You just talking about the Lions and Bears?
Yeah, we just talking about.
Oh no, I ain't talking about Roll Tide. I'm talking about that thing on the head.
Yeah, it's Pistons.
Okay, all right. Yep, I see.
So yeah, we was just
look.
We just talking about the points and how the Lions can beat the Bears on Sunday.
Yeah. I knew sure.
Like
all
what's
right.
key? Like what's the key? Like what's key on the Lions beating the Bears?
Right. Okay. Well, you already gave yours, right? So I guess I'll go and say this. We know what happened the last time they came here. They, had us most of the whole game. It only took like 2 minutes or something to come back and win. and so now this game, you go be on the road. Now, people online panicking saying, well, this team is an indoor team. Technically, we beat them on the road last year. And we beat the Packers on the road this year and last year. So at the end of the day, that excuse got to get thrown out the window. The Bears are fun in certain ways a little bit better, especially since they made that trade for Sweat. They got them some much needed pass rush for their defense. But the key is, I'm noticing with the divisional games, all of them, even with Minnesota versus Green Bay earlier this year, Green Bay versus the other two teams, and Bears versus everybody else, and even us, were our games against the divisional rivals. This is going to be an ugly fight because that's just the way all those games have been. So the way we beat the Bears last year, at home when we was in Ford Field, all that stuff probably not going to happen. This is a game you probably got to win 24-20 or how many points. It's not going to be a 2-score win game. I don't see that. I think the Bears are going to attack us anyway. We saw that they could beat Minnesota, who did throw a lot of turnovers in their own right. The Bears also had to crucial fumbles with the quarterback. Um, it's just going to be a dogfight. They call this division the black and blue division, right? So, the key to win this game, you have to make Gibbs and David Montgomery the feature of this offense. And I think it's best to find a way to get J-Mo more involved because they're going to be ready for you to go to Amon-Ra St. Brown. They're going to be ready for you to go to your tight end, same way they were last time. The catch is you have to now bring in something new on that offense, and that's J-Mo, and that's going back to the fundamentals of what they do best, and that's running the ball consistently. They have to stick with a hot hand and let the other one wear it down or be the one that bursts them open. Either way they go about it, they got to get back to the basics of this offense. That's the key to winning this game. By adding J-Mo and getting back to basics, I think they'll have a shot to put up points. Defensively, I think we're getting Anzalone back, I guess, this week. I'm assuming he's going to be back, so that's a help there. Defensively, they got to find a way to create pressure. I think if they go in with that mentality of we scared of how he can run and we got to be careful how we pressure him, that's going to be a bad day. Because every time the Lions go in like that against these running quarterbacks, it hurts us. If they just be more direct in their attack, I think they'll find a way to get pressure on him. They have to find a way to free up Aiden as much as possible, though. So hopefully Bruce Irvin, who did play well to me his first game when he was here last game. So I think now with him there, you might have an opportunity now to do a little bit more. Now he get a little more infused with the defense and got a game under his belt again. He's 36, so he's getting his legs back after being missing from playing time probably. So that is something I'm saying. Put some pressure on the quarterback. We failed to do that to the very end of the game last time we played him. And you had to win the turnover battle. You had to. Fields is known to cough it up. Fields is known to throw interception. But overall, he's playing better at the same time, too. And at the end of the day, if the Lions want to have a chance to win this game, they got to do the right they got to come with a more balanced offense. And they have to come with pressure on defense, and they got to win the turnover battle. Hands down. That's just what's going to take for the rest of our division games, honestly. That's to make up the win. And the Lions, if they can keep that up, they can come away with another win against the Bears. But it's not going to be an easy game whatsoever. No matter what. I'm just saying. I guess Pretty Boy ain't on the screen still, so I'm gonna ask some questions. So, Bree, real quick.
Yeah.
Who on that team not named Mooney, not named what's the receiver they got from the Panthers again? What's his name?
DJ Moore.
Yeah, DJ Moore and obviously Fields. Who on that team not named those guys that's really like somebody you're concerned with on either side of the ball going into this game?
Well, it's a lot. It's a few. Definitely Darnell Mooney. I'm concerned about Jones because of his speed. Khalil Herbert. I'm definitely concerned about him because this is the type of smash mouth football that's he could do something on. And I would probably say maybe like defense. I would probably say someone like a Jaquan Brisker. I would think somebody like that.
Okay.
Now, it's just maybe Jalen Johnson, but he always seemed to unravel when it comes to against the Lions. He'll give up some long scoring drives and stuff like that. So I can somewhat say I'm a little worried, but not too much.
Right. Now, for me, real quick, I'm gonna
go ahead. No.
For me, real quick, I'm gonna say it's Jack Sanborn. For some reason, this dude just comes and plays well against us. I don't get it. They always blitz the extra backer to me when they play Jared Goff. And I think part of the reason is because he's not a mobile quarterback like that. And I noticed that's when they like to free him up into the pass rush. And he did a lot last year. The same way. They kind of went quiet. And as soon as they played us last time, it's Jack Sanborn. So if you focus on Sweat, you'll probably forget Jack Sanborn is out there. No, he's not this, top 5, player or nothing. But he can be dangerous when they want to blitz because he is good at that as a blitzer. And in the Lions' offensive line has taken some bumps and bruises on the injury. Then we all know what's going on with Frank the Tank. So in that regard, I might be a little bit worried in general of the linebackers, because you got Edwards out there. He's looking like the best acquisition.
Right.
And then on top of that, if we go to those
I would say another person too, and I forgot to mention is Cole Kmet. Cole Kmet could be another problem.
Yeah,
it's just all these tight ends problem
every year
for the Bears because they see it's always a tight end from the Bears that give us problems. So I would say all they tight ends.
Yeah, that's been going on for years. Remember Miller?
Because
Andrew Miller. Trey Burton, I remember. You know what? Cole Kmet is. You know his MO. He go run deep, catch a 50-yard bomb, and then he go catch like a touchdown or two. It's MO on us, man. Like he do the same thing every year. So I that was a good one. I'm glad you brought that up. I was just thinking. But yeah, man, defense to me is Jack Sanborn. Because when you look at
it's the same. It's always the same, man. It's like tight ends always.
Yep.
Yeah. We've always had an issue with tight ends throughout the year. We've had an issue with just staying with tight ends because they give us the most trouble. So I would say, and that's in any game, really, the tight ends. You know what I'm saying? But those guys, Mooney and all these guys, I would say,
You know what? I'm thinking when speaking of tight ends,
and I would say another factor too is weird.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say, I think another factor too, and it's not concerning players, it's the weather too. That could be a big factor too in Chicago, because that weather can be a factor.
Yeah, and see, I'm glad you brought that up too. I usually prefer to get these outdoor teams early in the season, like September, October, because later it get, man, I swear, that's when all the crap happens. And the other thing too I was gonna mention is that, speaking of tight end, we have got to find a way to get Sam Laporta more on deep routes in certain games like this, because I think it helps them out, because they know he's a comfort player he's becoming a comfort player for Jared Goff. So what they'll do is they'll stack their linebackers too much on them and make it harder for us to get the ball. That's sort of what they was trying to do last game too, when they had that. Should have been a flag, by the way, on that pick to draw through, because it shouldn't have went down. But that's what they'll end up doing. So I think in this game they need to find a way to stretch him a little bit deeper down the field, if they can, to spread him open and force the middle of that field. That's why I say it's got to get Jamon involved too in this offense, man, because if you can find a way to get him spread it open, it's over. You know what I'm saying? You get him run some slants across the middle of the field, it's a wrap. And you seen how fast he was. It looked like somebody was pressing the down, like we was on YouTube watching a video, and then we just clicked and made it real fast and stuff. He ran into the end zone the other day. So I'm like, good Lord. So that right there is something the Lions got to do, man. Ben Johnson got to be on his game this time, man. He cannot be coaching a weird offense. Like, when they come to our divisional rivals, especially, we got to be on it, bro. Like, Ben Johnson got to be on the real, man, because, especially if you start off fast, you got to put that team away, because they in trap mode right now. They trying to prove that they can be better, and we don't need to go in, feeling good about ourselves because we know we got a good record. You got to go in like the pressure's on you and you need to get it off. Like that's the mentality you got to come in with this game. You got to come in with the mentality of the attack, bro. Like they got to. I need to see some aggression. And they can't let their foot off the gas pretty much. So that's the thing we got. So then,
yeah, I agree with that. But I also think it shouldn't take coaches for this team to rim up. It should already be in them. This is a division game. They should already be. These are the type of games that, all these division games, they mean something. Well, all the games mean something, but definitely division games when you try to clinch a division title, which we haven't had in like 30 years. So they got to take this seriously. It shouldn't take the coaches for them to ramp them up and be ready. They should just be ready themselves anyway. This is NFL. You can't have, you shouldn't just have coaches try to amp you up and get you ready for these games. You should already be that way.
Right.
No matter how much money you have and your drive or whatever, it should already be there.
Yeah. That's you're darn right about that. With that being said, everybody.
That's how I look at it, though.
Oh yeah, for sure, Reed. I definitely get where you're coming from. But I want to say real quick before, if anybody new joining us on the show, man. First off, I want to say welcome you. I'm known Miss J as well. For those who may not know me, for all 1.2 of y'all that's in the chat. Appreciate y'all. Much love to y'all. But if you can, man, you like anything we us brothers up here had to say, we got decent sex appeal up here. We look smooth. I got a beard, and Reed got the gear, and Daryl missing. But make sure y'all hit like, comment, and subscribe, man. Subscribe to D313XP, man. We in. I'm gonna put our link tree in the chat as well. You follow us on Facebook, D313XP, man. You know what I'm saying? Our separate channels, you got the New Breed 313 Sports, you got the New Breed 313 Real Talk as well. You got Daryl Simpson, his channel as well. Then you got my new YouTube channel, known as J313. Got some content on there. Got some Tigers content on there as well. So y'all want to check out. In fact, if it's okay, Bree, would you like to switch to the Tigers real quick for a minute? Because it's some missing news with them. And first of all, we got to talk about AJ Hinch getting a extension. That was the pay and the amount of years was undisclosed, but it was just told to us that it was a long-term deal. So anytime you hear the word long-term deal, you're thinking 4+ at least, right? So that was a move that was made actually the week after the season ended during the dinner. Scott Harris announced that this past Monday. So he obviously was happy to be here, man. As y'all know, also last week we sat Kenton Maeda, one of the 2 starting pitchers over there from Minnesota. And looks like, unfortunately, today, it was brought to my attention that we might have just lost out on Eduardo Rodriguez. And he ended up signing what I believe was a 4-year deal for $80 million with the Diamondbacks. So, just for starting with AJ Hinch, Bree, what's your take?
Team a whole. I love the move. He's a good manager. For the amount of time that he's been here, and he's really had to coach. So, and he's used to, coaching young players. I mean, he did it when he was in Houston. So this is a whole nother, team that he has to learn, teach. So I think it's a good move. I think the move that they even made has been good. So this is still a good team, man. I think they up, they ride, the stock is risen with them, and to have a coach like this, man, and that wants to be here. Like how many coaches you see out here wants to be there and wants to coach this team. You know what I'm saying? It's incredible, and we're lucky to have a manager like that. But I'm very happy for AJ Hinch, man. He deserves it. If it's a 4, 5, 6 year, however how long it is, You know, it's gonna be cool. Now we gonna see what type of team this is gonna be without Miguel Cabrera there. So they gotta make up. That's a huge adjustment there. So, but this team is on the rise, man. They're a nice, good young team. They should compete next year for that division. I believe if it wasn't for injuries, they probably would have had that division. Because Minnesota was not that dominant as people would think. So I think it's good. I think it's a good move. Shout out for the Tigers for making that move, man. I think it's a good move. We just got to see, how things go through the season.
Okay, so let me ask you a question too about how you look at Kenta. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I was saying, what's your opinion on Kenta Maeda though? Well, I know he's played for Minnesota. He was one of the two starters. The other guy signed somewhere else.
I've seen a lot of him with Minnesota. I think he's a decent pitcher. He played, fairly well with Minnesota. I think he's more of a control type pitcher. But I still like the move that the Tigers made. I mean, it's the division. I was surprised Minnesota even trade or gave him up to the division. That's shocking. But I like the move, man, because you have to have another pitcher because we've had a lot of health issues with pitchers. I mean, Casey Mize can't even get on the field. And we've had injuries with pitchers. So I think this is another good move for another pitcher we need. So I think it's a good move to get him. And for the contract you have, which you kind of don't know what to expect you do, but yeah. But if he has you got a discount with that. And the way people are getting paid now, that's a discount, especially for especially on the contracts we see thrown around, the Sonny Grays and all that. So it's out there. But I think it's a good move, man. I like this move, and I'm eager to see what kind of season they have, and and this whole pitching staff too. Eager to see this pitching staff. Hopefully, we can have a healthy Casey Mize for once in our lives.
Yeah, you said a mouthful there, brother.
I had to.
Sorry, fellas, I had to step away.
All right. Well, since DC just joining us in on this one, I'll ask in rebuttal. So, first things first, DC, what is your first reaction to our AJ Hinch, our Tigers manager, getting reinstated for a long-term deal? Are you excited? Are you concerned? Or anything else?
It's not reinstated. It's just getting his contract extension. When you say reinstated, it's like
I said extension. I said extension.
You said reinstated, but
back up from the camp. How about that?
Yeah, that's you. No. But that's you. But no, I mean, it was obvious. It was a no-brainer, man, for AJ Hinch to serve that extension because of the simple fact he shows he's a good manager. He just need players, saying that he could build around, and that's just plain and simple. AJ Hinch shows he's a good manager. Tigers had do you really think about it? Tigers had the season that they kind of struggled, dealing with injuries and inconsistency in the batting, until they got the guys, healthy, or especially we was missing Riley Green for some time. We was missing some pitches for some time. Now we got some young assets. We got Spencer Torkelson came out. He's starting to show out over last season, over the course of the rest of the season. Guys are starting to step it up, man. So it's just a simple fact is that now AJ Hinch shows he can help this young team be better. Just bring just get that pitching better and get that, So get that together. So it's definitely.
Okay. So real quick, man, what's your opinion about Kenta Maeda, man, being signed from Minnesota Twins?
I didn't even know that. To be honest, I'm kind of surprised at that, but didn't you know? But
Yeah, yeah. I mean, to the way I see it, first off, the thing I said in my video about the whole AJ Hinch thing, you can tell it's more than just that. Like the fact that they didn't disclose his amount that he got paid and all that stuff lets you know that it was just a situation like they know he's the guy. Because when you can send somebody, bring him back, you don't let the fans know how much his contract is, exactly how long his deal is. That just tells me you guys know as a front office, AJ Hinch is the guy. We know who our manager is. We know what he can do. We are expecting that guy to deal with what we're about to do next year. So let's just keep this going forward. Nobody's going to care about the dollar amount, which I don't blame him. We all know AJ Hinch is a good manager. So when you got a manager like him, you don't really care about the dollar amount, what you're paying. As long as you know he's going to be. And that's the one thing I took from that. The other thing about the whole Kenta Maeda thing is he's clearly just a veteran to me insurance policy, because the way I see it, the Tigers really want to use that young pitching staff that they're grooming. They got a lot of guys in there that we know are talented, so they're probably just like, yo, we go keep a couple of vets in there and rotate with them, and these guys can groom and grow under them. We don't need to pay out, $100 million for a guy for the next 3-4 years. So we'll just go this route. And I understand, like, he can be serviceable. I think the real thing is, as long as that bullpen is good, I think the pitching game should be okay. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully they can sign somebody that can be a veteran batter that can hit some balls too, because he did say he wants to sign 2 to possibly 3 vets in the offseason. So I know for a fact he got 1. He let Rodriguez go. So I'm looking at like 1 or 2 more signings that could be spending solid money on that he can keep for like a short-term deal, and we'll see what goes from there. But as far as that, man, I love the AJ Hinch thing. I love the fact that we got a legitimate manager here, because he deserved it, man. That was a rough 2022 season he went through, where they couldn't hit nothing, and then Scott Harris came in. They brought in a batting coach and stuff like that, and we had like almost a reversal of what we thought we was going to see in 2022, and we ended up seeing it in 2023. So, and now they added they had a new first base coach, a new third base coach. I had the names in my videos, so y'all can check the video out. And they added another assistant batting coach as well, and somebody else too on the staff. So they added like 4 new coaches. So shout out to all those guys that got hired. One of them, the first one who's that, brother?
No, I said one of the coaches they signed was Joey Cora.
yeah.
Oh,
Joey
okay.
Cora.
Oh, wow. So
I like that.
Okay. Okay, for sure. Oh, yeah. Hey, that's so nice, Yeah, I know one of them was, he used to coach for the Pirates in 2017, the same thing. And then I think the other one was the New York Mets, I think. The same one. The third base coach, I think he did for both those teams, so now he with us.
Like that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. One of those guys got a last name I'm not about to pronounce. Swatsky, or I still can't get it. But I cannot pronounce his name, bro. But yeah, man, that's the Tigers. Daryl, real
Just
quick,
call him
did you get a chance? Huh?
What you say
Go
now?
ahead, no.
Oh no, I was gonna say, Daryl, did you give your opportunity to talk about your keys going into the Bears game?
Oh yeah, yeah. The Bears, Lions, man. Like I said before, y'all guys jumped in, man. This is one of the before you guys jumped in. This is one of those games that the Lions got to take care of. Not just this game, they got to take care of the rest of these games, because the simple fact now that the second seed is on the line, possibly the first seed. It somehow, some reason, Philly falls off the map for some odd reason, but I just don't think so. But Lions had the opportunity, but they got to take care of business. They did pretty well against the Saints. Saints, they was playing for something too. Let's not forget. They're just playing for something because they trying to contend for their division. The NFC South is not great. You know, they trying to keep pace with the Falcons. So it was a huge win. It was a tough environment. Our fans showed out. Give a shout out to our fans that showed out at the Superdome in New Orleans. Our fans showed out. They showed out big time. It was more Lions fans than Saints fans out there. So got to give a credit to our fan base as well. So we got to go in there. This is a division game. We got to treat the Bears are looking for revenge. You know, they controlled the most of that game when they came here. We ended up scored 17 points with less than 4 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So we you know what I'm saying? You cannot take this Bears team lightly. They may not play for anything, but it's still a division game. You got to take care of your division game. Because after that, you got Denver. Denver is, even though they lost to Houston, Denver's trying to creep, but they trying to fight for a playoff spot. Then we got Minnesota. They trying to fight for a playoff spot. Dallas. So we got to take care of business, man. You know, we got to take care of business. So Chicago, we cannot overlook past this Bears team. So we gotta some things we still gotta clean up. Hope we could get the Justin Fields. And you know what I'm saying, you put some pressure on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's definitely true. I was saying the same thing, man. You gotta put some pressure on. You gotta win the turnover battle as always. That's sort of a guarantee you gotta do. So we gotta find a way to come with the most balanced offense attack too, though, as well. Because that run game is very vital to our success. And we need that. Because, you know, they go try to bounce theirs. And, you know, when it comes to putting pressure on Justin Fields, I mentioned earlier as well, I was like, man, they got to make sure that they don't get too, like, how they did with Lamar, like they don't want to press them, but they want to press them, but they don't. Like, you got to be direct. Like, straight up. You know he go run, still tackle him anyway. Because it's trying to like drop back and contain, hoping he don't go this way, don't go that way. He's going to burn you. So, you know, he has a couple of decent receivers now, a tight end that can hurt you. So you might want to, you know, just go ahead and try to take him down. Because I don't care how good of a running quarterback you are, if you got a defense that can generate real pressure, that jump won't matter. You know what I'm saying? As much as people try to make out to believe, you know, quarterbacks got to have time to find space to run too. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you can still take them down. But that's, yeah, man. That's a good breakdown from you, our brothers, man. Good job. Now, let me ask you a question.
And don't put in Will Harris.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Now,
Don't
see,
do
Ricky,
that.
I almost kicked you off the screen.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh my God!
Hey, listen, fellas. I want to bring.
Will coming into the game, man.
I want to bring this up right quick. I kind of want to switch things a little bit right quick. I did say Nomas. I didn't want to talk about it. I did start off the show, you know what I'm saying, talking about it, which I had to get that off my chest. Yeah, and I know Bree was at the game yesterday. We already know Bree was at the game. You know, the plug, of course.
Hey, was it safe?
Bree, Nomas, I need one of your guys. I don't care who started off, man. I need one of your guys to talk about what's, you know, the struggle with this Pistons team, man. I don't care who starts it.
I guess I'll be the I think you're being too nice with the word struggle. This is a team that just falls and can't get up. Simple and plain. You know, it's like an old person that fails, nobody around. They don't have the thing around their neck to press the button to get the authorities to come help them. They you know, not to make a joke about old people falling, but that's just what they are. They can't get the hell up out their own way. I don't know what it is. So you know what? This is a bad game. I do feel like we might have underestimated Desmond Bain a little bit. I don't even know how to explain this properly without sounding crazy. It's just the team just bad for some reason. You got people saying it's because of Monty Williams. I don't personally believe that. I can't personally believe that. I have my reasons too. I know it's kind of hard looking at the situation to explain why he's not the problem, but your team doesn't have enough depth, and that's just what it comes down to. Bro, you had a couple of good games, especially when Bogey first came back, and you seem to have found something. The team doesn't defensively have enough depth, and then you don't have enough size either down low, and now Jalen Durant's hurt. And that looked bad yesterday. Him holding his leg, then it looked good. Everybody was hyped up to have Cade back, but nobody understood that in basketball, the hardest thing to do is have a completely young team and then change the system, and don't add any promising talent to kind of call it. When you think about it, some of the teams that had spent more money than us in the offseason to get guys over there, a lot of them are still struggling. People don't even realize that the Spurs have lost 15 games in a row now. And at the end of the day, when you're a young team, it's hard to win. Yes, we know Orlando, a couple of them, but Orlando had more veteran talent too, though, a lot of them. And they're healthier. And guys probably don't have as many projects on their teams the way the Pistons do too. That's another problem. Now we got to figure out how we go get this to work with Marvin Bagley, James Wiseman, and now you probably going to be throwing in Kevin Knox. We got to make this work. The team is a mess. I told you, Pistons remind me of that 2016 Brooklyn Nets team that was only like 8 wins strong that year. And they didn't do well, but then they gradually got better as after that year passed. And they kept getting better. Then they made a very bad move and tore it all down again. But like they always do. But still, I can't explain at this point what's going on with them. I'll say they don't have what they need. Like I've been saying, let Killian, close out the game as the ball handler and let him set everybody up. That seems to be when the offense flows. That's when you got one of your best defenders out there. But they refuse to sort of do that. They don't let enough people get involved in the game. It's still too much ISO. And the defense collapses too much. The bad shots that some of your top players at the end of the game is just unfortunate. I'm lost for words right now with the scene, bro. Bree, you want to give a shot?
Go right quick before I let Bree go. Nomas.
Yeah.
The Brooklyn Nets was not part of that in 2016. The stats right here, right now, that 2012, the Charlotte Bobcats. This is, I believe, was a shortened season.
Yeah.
They went 7-59.
Ooh.
It was a 66 game season. I think it was that lockout at the time in 2012. It's the year Miami won the championship. The Philadelphia 76ers were back in 1973. Were 9-73. Worst record. This is going by history.
Yeah.
The Philadelphia 76, and that's what you meant. 2016, the Philadelphia 76ers went 10-72. That's the whole before the trust the process thing happened. Pistons as an overall record in a 4-year span. The Detroit Pistons are 82 in the 4-year span. Are 82 and 238 losses. Yeah.
And you know what? How the hell the Sixers go have the record that's backwards of the Warriors in the Bulls, bro? How go have 73 and then 10-72? I just want to throw that out there, but yeah, man, that's terrible, bro. Now you know what? People are trying to blame that on Troy Weaver. But when you think about it, though, the Pistons had already been on decline before he got here in that part of that 4 year span. So you can't blame all that on him. Like, that won't even make sense. But go ahead, Reed.
I know you lost for words, Breed.
I know. You've been at the game, so I know you definitely hurt.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know it was on me. Man, it's a lot of things I can say about this team. They not exciting to watch anymore. The fans is not coming to their games. Somebody showed me a picture, and it was crazy, and it showed me like nobody was even in the front of the building for a while. I don't know if because they didn't know it was a game or something, but that right there, I was like, damn, that's crazy. But I know some people want to blame Troy Weaver and Monty because of the money he has. Got it like, oh, well, he could turn this team around. Even saying, well, if we would have had Dwayne Casey, this team wouldn't be like that. But this team was like that when Casey was here. They didn't have a losing streak like that, but they was bad too. So I don't think it really matters what coach we have. This team don't have no fight, and in a lot of cases they feel they don't want to win. Like it's always the fourth quarter. They'll compete into the fourth quarter, and then they just let it go. Let it go. And you can't be a team like that. You can't give up in the fourth quarter like that. You can't. You can't show no intensity. You can't show anything. And it's embarrassing to watch that. And Kane can't do everything. People got to step up. You know, Jaden Ivey got to step up. Man, don't get me started on Jaden Ivey. Please don't get me. Now I see why he's not starting, because he can't play no defense. Can't play no defense.
Well,
in some cases, a lot of these players, he don't. Come on now. He can't play no defense. It's too much of him trying. See, he tried too much to be like John Morant. He's never going to be John Morant.
Well, I'm gonna say this, Breed. I'm gonna say this, Breed. I'm gonna say this. Now, I'm not saying. I'm not disagreeing with you. You know what I'm saying about his defense. That's why Monty didn't have him started. But since he came back as a starter, he has improved. I'm not saying it's great. He has improved. Yesterday, at least throughout the first 3 quarters, he didn't play the first quarter, obviously. But the second and third quarter, he was playing pretty decent defense. He was okay.
Yeah,
he has his moment.
Entirely of that all game.
Exactly. I think what it is too psychologically that there's something he needs to get over. That he needs to get over as far as that he felt that he should have been a starter in the beginning. Monty Williams did this for a reason, because you haven't proved defensively. That's why he was coming off the bench. Then he started to prove coming off the bench. Then he would start proving. That's when he came back as a starter. Now, back coming off the bench again. When he came out, like yesterday's game, he played pretty well. Like I said, I don't disagree with what you're saying, but he's improving. He is still some steps he has to learn, especially with the other guys. But he is proving. I just wanted to let you know. But you go ahead and finish though.
Yeah, it's just that I mean, a lot of these players ain't got no fight in them, man. They don't have the drive. They act like they don't even want to be out there. Their confidence is gone. You can see it on the bench. At their heads is down. Their confidence. You got Killian, Jay Knight. A lot of these guys, their heads is down, and it's not. They act like they don't want to be out there, and they'll miss the cup. That'll take over their mindset. They just gotta get better, man. Like we can't just blame that just on coaching. This team just don't have no drive. You know, we can't have one player do everything and fix everything. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. And I know some people. I've even heard some people say, "Well, you know about Desmond Bain and stuff like that." Dude's one of the best players in the league. He might be in the running for most improved. There's nothing you can do about that. When the dude is hitting jumpers like that, what can you do?
I said it.
What can you do?
I said it. I say one of the most I said it. One of the most underrated players in the league. I told Big A. Big A was talking. Oh man, it's Desmond Bain. I said Desmond Bain is one of the most underrated players in the NBA. He can light it up. You could say what you want. I said it earlier, beginning of the show. He's probably the second best player. This is with Ja Morant. Probably the second. You want to put Jared Jackson as their second best player on the team? Fine. I'm not going to argue with that. Okay.
You know they're top three.
Yeah. He's their top three. You could argue between who's second and third. We know Ja Morant's number one. Desmond Bain showed you why he's one of the guys you don't sleep on. He still lead the league in 3-point percentage. I mean, the guy, no, and he was torturing that Pistons defense. He scored 30 points in the second half. Bree, you witnessed it. You was at the game. You saw it. Nomis, you looked at the game. You saw it. 30 points in the second half. It's ended up with 49 points. Yeah. I mean,
I'm gonna put it like this: when you throwing bids on somebody and they taking outside shots and they put their hands up and you still go in, I mean, ain't nothing you can do about that. At that point,
It's just what it is. And I'm gonna say this, Bree. I'm gonna say this. I think the Pistons, they're competing because them guys wants to win. They wants to win. They're competing. The thing is, like you said, the fourth quarter woes, this haunts them. The turnovers really haunts them. That's why this is part of this losing streak. And on top of that, them guys missing free throws and they making silly fouls, not communicating on defense. All those factors is in. You know why this losing streak trending continues. They have to learn to close games out. K has to stop turning the ball over, too many times. And to be honest, K should be playing off the ball a little bit more. Take some pressure off him. This is the thing. This needs. K. Yes, he's our best player in the team, clearly. But you want our best player in the team, to make right decisions. Take some pressure off him. That's why Killian is starting. So he can facilitate, play defense, take pressure off of K. And just the fact that, is, and I understand Monty Williams, people want to call for Monty Williams' job. Please stop it, okay? Don't call for Monty Williams' job. He just got there. You got to give him time. You got to give him time. If people want to say about Troy Weaver, want to say about our owner Tom Gorsh, you go ahead. You can say what you want. That's your opinion. That's how you feel. But again, this Pistons team, they have to learn to close games. They have to learn to be better. It's what it is. They're gonna them guys are competing. Not saying they're not competing at all. You're looking at these losses that we have. You can at least count for at least 10 of the losses, 10 or maybe 11 of those losses that they competed. and they couldn't find a way to close the deal. You know, some of them was some blowouts that you didn't have a chance, like the Lakers and who, a couple other teams, the Raptors, and they didn't have no chance. Okay, it's just what it is. But you can see this Pistons team they want to win. You even look at the post game conference. They wants to win. They just said this is adversity they don't have to go through, man. We talked about the Lions, how they, you seen guys, the Lions, how they went through the 0-16 season. There was some guys on that team they wants to win. There was some guys they didn't care. Remember the Tigers had one of the worst records back in 2003. And guess what? They turned it around a couple years later. They went to the World Series, even though they lost in 06. The Wings, for a while, after their playoff run for years, and they rebuild, didn't make the playoffs for a while. Now they're in the coast of making the playoffs for the first time in probably like 6-7 years. Who knows? Maybe even longer. Yeah. So it's going to take some time. I just need these Pistons fans. You just had to, it's tough right now. It's tough. I think things are going to get better, but it's going to be tough. It's tough right now to see the fan base, going to games and just watching, and they lose. And it's really tough for us, watching the game. It is. So, could they get a win by the end of the year? Possibly. Possibly. Who knows? I mean, you got tough games. You got Indiana, you got Philly twice, you got Brooklyn twice, you got Utah twice. I mean, you got Milwaukee. I mean, Pistons could shock somebody and beat Philly. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. So, at that point, go ahead, no.
Yeah, I mean, what I can say is this. When you look at this team, like I said, you have Killian out there with Cade, right? And it's like you have to let him do more than just play the point guard sometimes, and then just like, okay, you just go be out there on one of the wings as a threat to catch and shoot, or you go and then turn around and play defense. In these late game stretches, let your least turnover prone player dictate the game of the ball. Because when I notice turnovers happen, our favorite thing happens to say is that, it's lazy passes. I thought also times where we just got guys being too cute too, though. Like they try to come up with too much finesse. The lanes they create and the way they try to get to the rim are not simplified. And that's something they need to change, because you can't just come out there and put a small guard. You got Cade trying to throw a pass in a tight window to that small guard with 3 defenders around. What is that? That's another reason why I'm saying they got to switch up the way they operate. They got to get more simplified. You know what I'm saying, on passes. And they got to quit being lazy on passes. And then the other thing with Ivy, too, why he struggles, not just defense, he also turns the ball over with his decision. He wants to be, like you said, John Morant. And he don't even know how. Like, I'm seeing him get the ball, then he's trying to turn up the tempo, and then he loses it. Like, I told people when he got drafted, I said the best thing for him to do is to lean on the slower pace of his game. Because if he comes in trying to lean on the more athletic John Morant side of his game, it's going to be bad. When he slows it down, when he, gets himself in rhythm, you let him play off ball at times too, Jaden Ivey's looking real good. But when you get Ivy, I want to be the superstar, that's when you get bad Ivy. That's what's been keeping him out of the lineup too. It's not just bad defense, it's that as well. And then I need for people to stop. I know you want to give Asur Thompson the opportunity to shoot threes, but right now it's not the time to do that. Let him find his rhythm. Let him do what works for him right now. And as the late end of the season goes on, let him add that to this game. But right now, I don't need to see him chucking up threes. I don't need to see Isaiah Stewart chucking threes up every time he's open. I don't need to see 30 seconds of passing the ball around, running out the 3 line, passing the ball around again. Y'all need to come up with something simplified. That's why you're getting turnovers, 12 turnovers leading to 19 points. 17 turnovers, 17 points. You can't do that. You're trying to be too damn cute. I've never seen simple passing routes and guys that can just get to their spot and be more simple. And it happens to us all the time. When are we going to realize that that's what we got to do? We cannot sit here and play hot potato with the basketball. What are you trying to do? At this point, somebody got to take a shot. Somebody, you at the free throw line, you dribble up, you pass it to Ben. He passes it back out to the side three. He pump face, goes in, passes to somebody else around to the top of the key. The guy pump face goes in. What is this? At this point, you take the shot or you just turn the ball over. That's literally what we're doing. And then on top of that, the lineup out there with Sasser. I'm just talking about some things that's been annoying me. I like Sasser, but why is he the one guard when he comes out there? He needs to be stretched out as a 2 guard with somebody bigger next to him that can get him the basketball. This trying to play iso ball, let him shoot it up there and go cut it. I need a change. I need a rhythm change. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, forever to end the time, Bree called it. The second we get into some trouble with Monty Williams, everybody wanted him gone. And I never doubted you on that. I know his fan base too damn well. That's exactly what the fuck happened. That game we had this past Saturday, I thought we had a chance to win that one because the defense they played from like 9 minutes to like the 5-minute point was phenomenal. I thought they had a chance for that one. I was heartbroken after that game, I ain't gonna lie. The Cavs game, that broke my heart. I thought we had that. It's just, to me, like, they got stuff to clean up. I don't know what's going on in practice. I'm not a coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what to make out of it, man. Like, outside this team just being bad. You know, I do believe things to get better, but I don't know, Reed. All I know is this. If you're still out here on any of these social media platforms screaming, I need to be the starter, or this player needs to be done, I'm not even talking to you at this point because you are lost in the sauce. You don't even know what's going on. As far as I'm concerned, you're in another different universe. If you're still worried about who's starting, you are a fucking moron. This is clearly a big issue as a team, and you worried about who's starting. Because it's not your fantasy guy that you want in the lineup. Shut up! Shut the fuck up! I am so sick of seeing unknowledgeable people run their motherfucking mouth. Your team can't close out games, and you fucking worried about who's starting. You stupid motherfucker. Shut up! Your team as a depth squad don't play defense. And you worried about who's starting. You worried about points per game. Wake up and learn how this game is fucking played. You, myself, and even DC have been telling people all offseason, this team, we hope that they can be a 27-win team or better, but if they don't, be ready for a direction change because they probably about to go some things. We all been saying that since the summer. Just because Isaiah Stewart has learned how to shoot 3 does not mean you're supposed to stick this dude. I watched in the Cleveland game, he'll take 5 straight 3-pointers. And it took him to the 6th try to finally get one down. Why the fuck is you keep on forcing this guy to shoot the goddamn 3? Like, he could do a little bit more than that. Okay? Like, people... Man, it's just the little things I see, Breed, that piss me off. And I know you see the same
I
thing
know.
I see.
I mean, yeah,
You know,
I see it, and it's just to me, the fact, and I called it. I knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
I knew they was gonna call for Monty's job because of how much he got paid. Because they think he's supposed to just take care of everything just because he got a lot of money. That doesn't mean anything. This is the card you dealt with. It has, you got a whole bunch of injury issues. We haven't had a healthy team all year.
Yeah.
We haven't. We just not got Bogdanovich back. We just got back Livers. You know what I'm saying? We still got guys hurt. And, and Duran got hurt, which was crazy injury. But Duran's been in and out of the lineup, too. He's been injured all year, too. It's like he's playing a couple games, then he don't play a couple games.
Bagley, too.
This is the lineup he had. Bagley, too. This is the most healthy Bagley has been in his whole career. Him and Wiseman. And Wiseman don't even play but 2-3 minutes a game.
And Wiseman might as well be.
They need to just... Exactly. But they have to figure out what their lineup's going to be, what rotations they're going to have. They got to just figure that out. They got to just try to get everybody healthy and figure out how they're going to use everybody. They got to calm down on them turnovers. That's the big thing. But young teams... Go ahead, no.
That's why I said what I said about Killian. I know people think I just here to stroke him off. No. When you think about it, when he's running the ball, he rarely turns it over at all. When you actually let him wheel and deal, he does not turn it over like that. He may do one here and there. That's it. Throughout his career. If they let him close out the game and let Cade play off ball and let whoever else at the wings and whatever play off ball, half the shit that happens in these losses probably won't happen. For one, because he'll be out there for defense. Two, he's not looking to be the primary shooting threat, which means that Cade, they got to sit here trying to figure out how to set up a play, which means Cade not out here turning the ball over late in the game because Killian is looking to get him the ball to do something or have somebody else do something. Not all players go turn the ball over. Even LeBron. But what I'm saying, Kill doesn't make quite the same mistakes. His court is good as Cade's vision is on the court. Killian's is just that much better. Why not let him go out there and actually be involved in the late end of the game and let him say everybody else and give yourself a chance? I'm not guaranteeing a win, but I'm saying it will give you probably a probable better chance because Cade, it's a turnover machine. He was in college. Love him to death. Glad he's back, but he's not perfect. You run these three guys to help each other. Actually do it. That's what I'm saying. I don't care if he don't score not one goddamn point. I need defensive help out there in the late in the game. We need our guards to be active. I need a lineup that allows them to be active. All this ISO hot potato shit gotta stop. That's what I'm saying. And people focus on the wrong shit, man. That's what I feel what you're saying, bro. It's like they gotta find a way to make something work. I've said it before. I said if you gotta let Kevin Knox get some minutes, like why is he? If you're a player on this team and you healthy to play, you should not be sitting out not being a healthy scratch. You should be allowed to play, damn it, because we got problems. We need to find a chemistry and a rotation. Damn it, he got experience. He to me right now plays better than Bagley does. He definitely plays better than Wiseman. Why the fuck is he not getting minutes? Because we need help. And they all need to hurry up and make a move to get somebody to help you.
I tell you why he ain't getting no minutes. I tell you why he ain't getting no minutes. He ain't got no minutes since Isaiah Livers came back. So Isaiah Livers been taking a lot of his minutes.
And Isaiah Livers is playing like shit right now. In my opinion. Like,
course he playing like shit. He came out of Michigan.
Hey,
Yeah, I said.
Hey, Bree, and Nomas. Speaking of Michigan, I think we said we had to say it about the Pistons. I think we addressed that. I think we need to talk about college football right now. I think we need to switch over to college football. So let's go ahead, get back on the positive note. We're gonna wish the Pistons well, you know what I'm saying? But let's get on a little positive note and the controversy note. College football, as you know, the top 4 teams in the playoffs. Michigan is number 1, Washington number 2, Texas 3, and Alabama number 4. Of course, there's been a talk since Sunday. Florida State, should they been in the college football playoff? Excuse me. Should they been in the college football playoff? As you know, they got snubbed out of that college football playoff, despite they winning their ACC championship game, going undefeated, 13-0, took care of business against Louisville. Louisville is a good team, but not a great team. It was a defensive game. I'm gonna give my opinion on it about the Florida State. I say Florida State deserves to be in it. I understand why the committee didn't put them in it. Was it fair? No. I think the committee, they felt like they didn't want another TCU. They felt like they didn't want another TCU, as happened in the national championship game last year when Georgia destroyed them 65-7. So I kind of get where they're coming from, but I think Florida State should have got the opportunity to get in. Now, as that being said, did Alabama deserve to get in? Yes, indeed, because they beat the number 1 team in the country, Georgia. So it was a pick and choose. I mean, the college football, say what you want. SEC bias. They know it was going to bring money. They know it was going to bring money. They knew if Florida State probably wouldn't have got in, saying that, it probably the competition would have been close if Michigan played them. But to all these Michigan fans, I'm quite sure the look on their face of them players when they saw Alabama was the team that came to number 14. They had that look on their face, like, oh shoot, yeah, I said it. Yes, Sakina Jackson, I said it. Y'all did not want to play Alabama. Y'all did not want to play Alabama because y'all really thought y'all was going to get Florida State so y'all could get an easy win, so-called easy win against a third-string quarterback of Florida State. Nah, wrong. Try again. Wasn't happening. You're playing against a real team. Let's see if you could be a real team like Alabama. You're in the Rose Bowl, the granddaddy of all. Rose Bowl. So, like I said, it's college football play. It's going to be very exciting. I see my guy Bree got that Alabama shirt, man. He got that Alabama shirt, you know what I'm saying? So we know who he going with. No, miss. Let me ask you this, man. Do you think Florida State should have got in the college football playoff, or you think the committee got this, the top 4 teams right? Which, next year is going to be expanded to 12 teams. So
I'm aware.
Do you feel that Florida State should have got in, or you think the committee got it right?
I was sort of hinting that they had a chance. Remember, we talked about it. Okay, the Final Fours I know is Michigan and Alabama, and I know Washington, and who else?
Texas.
Texas.
You
know what? I think they got it right. I think they're right there. Like I said, it was debatable, but I think, like I told you before, I think part of the reason why Texas did get in is because they are joining the Big Ten.
No, they joined the SEC.
Well, they joined the SEC, but Michigan, of course, we see them. They see them next year, right? So, yep. I think that's part of the reason why they got into, because of what's going on. So I do think it was something like that behind it. But I'm fine with it the way it was. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as the other question, I'm quite sure you got about me is before me is involving Michigan. At this point, you know, I'm just go ahead and say I gotta check my headphones, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump ahead in time real quick. I could believe, you know, especially after last year, them losing to TCU, and me as a realist when it comes to any sport I talk, whether it be Michigan, Michigan State, Lions, you know, Pistons, whoever, et cetera, et cetera. I can believe all day that I think you can win. It don't fucking matter what I believe. What better be is you better get the job done. That's just what it comes down to me. I could be a fan of both platforms all I want to be. But Michigan, you in the Big Ten, I give fuck less about you in the Big Ten. You in the Final Four, you better win. That's just what it come down to it. I'm done with this 13-0 shit. I'm done with bowl games, I'm done with that. I want the natty. I don't care who your opponent is. I don't care if it's TCU. I don't care if it's Florida State. I don't care if it's Texas. I don't care if it's Washington. And I don't care if it's Bama or Georgia. Your job is to go out there and win national championships. That's why you say you brought this coach back here. That's why you say you are what you are and why you get ranked the way you are and all this. You say you play was in front of you, all that's cute. Go out there and fucking win. Go out there and win. It's your third year in a row, right? Win the Big Ten. Go out there and prove it. Get it done. Otherwise, I don't want to hear it. It's just that simple. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've been sitting back, letting everybody talk. No rivalry with Spartans and Michigan, rivalry with Georgia, all this. I care less about that. I want national championships. I want championships from every team I support. I want the big games won from all the teams I support. So I'm telling Michigan right now, this light's on you. You've been put as number what? 1? Go out there and do it. I'm not scared. I can care. I'm glad you got Alabama. I'm the same guy that didn't want Aaron Rodgers to leave Green Bay. Go out there and fucking win. Quit going out there doing the same bullshit you did fucking last year. On the goal line, you put the ball in your playmaker saying no. You kick the field goal, no. You do some bullshit with a fucking converted linebacker. It's time to play football. Quit trying to be cute like you in the NFL. Play college football or go home. Because I don't got time for it. Get the dick out your ass and fucking play football.
Pause.
People are playing. Because I ain't going to fucking hear 13-0 Big Ten tournament. I'm sick of being content with just enough winning. Win the fucking national championship or kiss my fat black ass. Thank you. Oh yeah, I'll be
Bree.
back. I'm looking at my
Bree, you got anything about this college football, man? Did you?
Oh, of course I do. Of course I do. I think it's a travesty.
The floor is yours, my brother.
And it's not even just the Florida State one. But I'm gonna go on this first. First of all, you have a team that goes undefeated, wins a conference championship with their starting quarterback out, and they still win. They beat a Louisville team who's not a slouch. You go out there and they've won against a lot of ranked teams, unlike one team I know, but we'll get to that in a minute. But I think it's a tragedy for them kids, man, that you go out there, you win every game, and you get ousted like this. This is how America is, man. This is how it is. No matter how hard you work, sometimes they just pull you to the side. And this is another prime example.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I hate for these kids that this is happening to them. Now they gonna take their anger out on Georgia in that ball game. And Georgia probably gonna take their anger out too. So it was a tragedy. It was just it's gonna be now. It's just gonna be like now, and then at the same time, you might not even get all their players to play that game because now they have it to a point to where you can go on to the draft and you ain't even got to play these ball games. So in danger of that. But yeah, I think that I think what they did with Florida State, I think it's horrendous. It's fucking horrendous. And as I'm going there, not only just that is horrendous, but to have Michigan as number one, I think it's a fucking shame. I think it's a fucking shame. Because, I'm going there. Going there. I know y'all Michigan fans gonna be mad at me, but guess what? I don't give a fuck. And we still gonna roll tide on you niggas. So what's up? But anyway, for y'all to be number one, like it's crazy. If anybody should be number one, it should be Washington. Washington has had a much tougher schedule. They played a top 10 team twice. They played Oregon, who was in the top 10. Most of the teams they played was in the top 10. But yet, they number two and Michigan number one. That makes no sense to me. That makes no sense. It's just unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. But that's the committee. They need to change. They need to change a lot of things. This is what happens when you have people run committees that don't know nothing about football or any sport. That's what it looks like to me. A lot of people that run that committee, they don't know anything about sports. They just coming up with a name and hey, we'll just put that there. So it's messed up to me, man. It's a damage to college football, and it's embarrassing for the sport to have this. Now it's just like, okay, this is what y'all want to put in. You know, y'all want Alabama in there. Okay, cool. Y'all want Texas. Hey, we'll see what happens. But I think it's a travesty to me, man. It's horrible. It is horrible. Because sooner or later, you go from 12 teams, you're going to want to do 24. So the list is going to get even bigger and bigger and bigger. People going to say it in the next couple of years. You get 12, you're going to get 24. You go 24, you're going to get 48. You might as well have it like an NCAA tournament. You might as well have it like that. Because it's going to get to the point to where it's going to get there. So, but yeah, I think that playoff, the way they did that in Florida State, and to have Michigan number one, I think is atrocious. It's utterly atrocious. So that's how I look at it.
Hey, mic check. Mic check. Sound good?
Good.
Okay.
Bree.
Yo. Yeah, I went there.
Everything you said was correct, bro.
Yes.
Eyes Michigan is number one, and they had the easiest schedule than Washington. Washington played Oregon twice and beat them twice. They had I didn't get it, but that's okay because if they got number one, they playing Alabama. Okay, you seen the look on their face when they found out they had to play Alabama. Okay, just saying, they had that look on their face. But yeah, whatever. On 16, 4-7. I don't care. Listen, we got a new coach, a new coaching staff and everything for Michigan State. It's gonna take some time. Okay, I don't care about the 4-7. Okay. Like Noman said, don't care about you winning the Big Ten championship. Don't care about you winning the Big Ten division. Don't care that you beat the School of Columbus. Don't care that you beat Michigan State. Don't care that you beat all these other teams. You got to go out there and win a national championship. You know, and see, it's the problem with.
Now, to be fair,
but you see, here's the problem. Some of these Michigan fans, you want to keep celebrating victories that it's not the most important victories. The most important victory is winning the national championship. I don't care if you say you beat the School of Columbus. Okay, you beat them 3 times in a row. Okay, this is your 3rd time being in the playoff. Can you get over that hump to get to the national championship game? Now you got to play Alabama. It's just to the point that some of these Michigan fans is going here like, oh, this is our year to win a national championship. Well, you got to prove it. You got to prove it. Because all that, you winning these big games, big games against the team down south, the team in Lansing, the team, up in State College, Pennsylvania. Being Iowa doesn't in the Big Ten championship game. We know Iowa can't score. They're gonna keep you in the game. Their defense, Iowa can't score. I knew Michigan was gonna win that game, but again, to the point, I don't want to, like you said, Norman said, and you was dead on. Both of y'all was dead on what y'all saying about Michigan. I don't care about y'all winning these games. If you're gonna win the national championship, it's a bust. Don't come talking about we 13-1, or we 13-0, we 12-0. Nobody doesn't care if you didn't win a national championship. I don't care about you winning 1,000 wins in the program and the most college football wins in history. I don't care about that when you ain't winning a national championship. So let's stop with all that. Yeah, I know you watching you in the comments. I know you watching. You can run and tell all these Michigan fans all they want. Listen, Michigan is, and I'm saying, y'all not beating Alabama. Let's just forget about it. Y'all not beating Alabama. You're not. I'm sorry. You thought you was gonna get Florida State because you thought you was gonna get possibly a win. Even Florida State defense is pretty tough. Because y'all really thought y'all was gonna get that win. Y'all think it was gonna be an easier opportunity. You thought wrong. Now you playing against a real team. A team that had a slow start and a team that one loss, they was playing against Texas. A team that's also in the playoff. So it's just saying, you say what you want. You got to get the job done. You got to get the job done. Nobody don't want to hear about, we beat this team, we beat that team. Nobody doesn't care about that. You got to win a national championship. So, you can put the comments about 38-0, December 30. Listen, don't care. That was 8 and almost 9 years ago. I don't care. We're talking about your team. We're talking about your team. Your team y'all keep claiming that's going to win a national championship. A team y'all claiming that is better than everybody. Y'all haven't proven yet to win a national championship. So you could come with that, we beat the Suckeyes 3 in a row, and we beat Michigan State, or we beat Penn State, and we could this is third. Nobody doesn't care about that. If you don't win a national championship, that's plain and simple. Nobody doesn't care about that. Because I'm telling you, Michigan fans, I'm telling you, Y'all don't win that national championship. I don't want to hear keep y'all saying, "Oh, it's gonna be next year," and then y'all gonna say the same thing because y'all starting acting like Cowboys fans. Oh, this is year every year. Y'all got the same coach that hasn't won a national championship. He's a regular season head coach. When it comes to bigger games, and he can't get it done. So y'all can miss me with all that crap and talk about Michigan is going to this and Michigan that. I'm just telling you, Michigan, you don't get the national championship. You don't get it done. Your season is a failure. I said it. Your season is a failure. Plain and simple. It's a failure. Big A, you can talk all that you want. I don't care. We got the third coach in what's since Harbaugh been there. I don't care about that. We know my team, Michigan State, is in a rebuild. We don't care about y'all got to win the Natty. Prove everybody wrong. Prove everybody wrong. If y'all that team, are y'all the best team in the country? So y'all say. I'm coming here talking about, oh, Michigan's gonna win the national championship and this is third. No. Y'all not gonna beat Alabama. I'm sorry. And if y'all beat Alabama, congratulations. You finally made it to the national championship game. It's just the same. It just, boy, I'm telling you, Michigan State, we got a lot going on, and we rebuilding. So at this point, Michigan fans, don't come talking about winning a national championship. Y'all can't even get to the championship game yet. When you give up 51 points against TCU, when you get destroyed the year before that against Georgia. Don't come with that. Don't come with that. Now, I'm going to say that name before I get out of here. If I let y'all go. I'm going to say that name. And no, I ain't supposed to say that name. Nobody doesn't give a fuck about beating Ohio State if y'all don't win the national championship. Being Michigan State, beating Penn State, nobody doesn't give a being Iowa, nobody doesn't give a fuck if y'all don't win the national championship. That's just plain and simple. That's plain and simple. Yeah, Big A, go ahead. You can bring up basketball all you want to, because you remember basketball. Y'all looking terrible. Y'all 4-5. Okay, remember that. Your basketball season is y'all terrible. We're 500. Y'all under 500. So don't get me started with talking basketball, because y'all didn't even make the tournament last year. Y'all made the NIT. Don't get me started with basketball. Remember, we went to NCAA tournament 25 years straight. Some of y'all couldn't do. So don't get me started with basketball. Go ahead, Norma Breed. These Michigan fans is that like they Cowboy fans.
I'm gonna let Noam go first, because I got some shit I need to get off my chest, and it needs to be said. So I'm gonna let Noam go, because I might hurt some feelings for what I.
All right, so
I'm gonna let Noam go.
So look, at this point, like I said, I'm gonna keep saying it again. As a general fan of both Michigan and the fucking team I support, I do, and I suspect all my fellow Michigan fans, just like my Spartan brothers here, that know that we got to rebuild one over there. I'm telling my fellow Michigan fans, y'all know it's time to win the Natty, bro. At some point, because that is going to look kind of strange. We keep winning the Big Ten, and then you keep getting knocked out the first round in the Final Four. At some point, Jim Harbaugh was brought here to win national championships. All that stuff, if he can't do it, man, no, salute him for what he did do, but come on, man, you're supposed to be the guy to take it to the next level. You have to win, at least get to the Natty, at the very least. But you were brought here to win championships, and that's just simple and plain. I'm not attacking Michigan or disrespecting the school. Schedule, whatever they, all that cupcake schedule this or who got a real schedule, all that is irrelevant. I'm focused on the Final Four, which Michigan has been a part of for the last now 3 years. At some point, Big A and Big Willie, Owen, y'all have to agree with me to a certain extent. It is time for them to put up a shut up. You have to admit to a certain point. That's all I'm saying. Bree, go ahead. Go ahead, Bree.
Okay. Now y'all. So, listen. First of all, why the fuck are we talking about shit from years ago? Why is it always bringing up this shit? The 38-0 Alabama game. Dude, Alabama has so many NFL draft picks, man. So, what the fuck are we talking about here? We lost to a team that had NFL, we had Derrick Henry. They had Derrick Henry and all that. And they won a national championship that year. So, y'all losing to people who ain't even won a national championship. So, what are we talking about here? You bringing up shit from years ago. Talk about Spartans may never win one. Okay, they may not. But we competing and shit. You know what I'm saying? But y'all got to win something too. Hey, Owen, I'm going to get on you too. Because I got some shit I got to say about you too. But I'm going to say that on air. Because I got a lot of shit I got to say about you. And I'm going to keep it 100. Don't do that. I'm telling you, man, don't do it. Because I got a lot of shit I need to get off my chest with you. And I'm going to save it off air. All right? Now, back to this bullshit. Y'all shouldn't have been number one. Washington had way, way more ranked wins than y'all did. Come on now. Let's be real. Now, I can understand if you number two, but not number one. Let's be real. Y'all didn't beat a top 10 team, 2 times. So let's be real. Now, y'all got to win a natty too. That old 97 bullshit of half a championship, we don't count that shit around here. We talk about outright titles. Y'all haven't done that longer than we have bullshit. We don't count that. We don't count that. Okay, it's always this and that. Man, we just need to get over that shit. Yeah, their best win was against Oregon twice. Then they beat other teams that were ranked on top of that. Something y'all haven't done. Come on now.
Let me say this right quick. Hey, wait a minute. Who's better between Oregon and that school in Columbus? If you had to choose, who's better between them two?
Oregon.
Oh, okay. Oregon. Okay. Or if Oregon and I'm gonna say the name. If Oregon and Ohio State play, who will win that game?
You already know.
Okay.
You already know.
Oregon will win that game.
And then on top of that, y'all act like Michigan ain't never had a down year. Like, come on, man. Every team goes through down periods in the program. We going through a bad year. Just like y'all did when we was up. Hey, it happens to every team. It happens. But y'all got to get over that shit, man. Just win. Just win a national championship. Shut the fuck up and do what you got to do. But this whole shit, come on, man. Y'all being petty as fuck right now. Y'all being totally petty. Just go out there and fucking win. We can't talk about what happened in 2015, 16, Appalachian State. No, we don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Just win the fucking championship, and y'all can say whatever talks y'all want to talk about.
This one I'm talking about. I need Big Willie Styles in this. I need Big Willie Styles in here. I need my DSN guy in here because we need to talk about this. We need to talk about this.
Boy, y'all
we gonna have some fun with this.
Boy, y'all on one today. Listen, I understand. It's an emotional time for Sparty. The season wasn't what it was supposed to be. Y'all was hyping up, and then the basketball ain't turning out what it's supposed to be. So I get it. I understand. I would be upset too if I was y'all. I would be highly upset. Now with Bree, with the number one, you got somewhat of a claim for that, but if you look at per games and the fact that we was already been ranked number, we was ranked number 3 basically for the whole season, it was going to be hard for Washington to overtake Michigan at number 1. And then on top of the fact that Washington ain't beat nobody higher than the 6th seed, as opposed to Michigan beating the number 2 or number 1. They was number 1 in the college football ranking, so that's why they're where they're at. Either way, I think honestly I feel like they would have put Washington at number 1, but I think they the college football committee really wanted Michigan and Alabama as opposed to Washington and Alabama. So that's why I feel like they wasn't going to do that, because it's we gotta understand it's money to this thing. Ain't no two brands bigger in this college football playoff than Michigan and Alabama. So I think it's a money play with that. But that being said, listen, I don't disagree with you guys when you guys are saying that Michigan needs to win a national title. That's something we've been talking about for the last couple of years. Is taking that next leap. So you got to the college football playoffs 2 years ago. You went in there, you wasn't ready. Last year, you had too many mistakes to overcome the way y'all couldn't get it done this year. So yes, this year, I agree. It's natty or bust for us. I honestly feel like this is the best team to do that. And to say, I know a lot of people want to say Alabama. I don't see Alabama. No, I'm not gonna say that. Alabama, of course, is good, but they're not as dino as Alabama was years past. The SEC is taking a little step back. They wasn't as strong as dominant as they've been the year before, in my opinion. And that's the reason why I feel like Florida State should have been in there, because they beat the SEC. Texas beat the SEC. The SEC is beatable. So I'm not, in regards to that, but yeah, I had to jump in here. Man, me and Big A, we just sit here laughing back and forth, man. Y'all blood pressure is up, man. I hope y'all got your blood pressure pill. Big A, what's up, man?
Look, man. Look. When I got my chance to get in here, I'm gonna come in here. This is my whole thing with y'all argument, bro. This is the whole thing. When is the goalpost gonna stay consistent? First, it was you better beat Penn State. You better not lose the Penn. The only game y'all ain't say we better win is Iowa, because y'all knew that was gonna be a win.
Iowa can't score.
I know, but this is what I'm saying though. It's like, gotta stop moving the goalpost at some point. Listen, I'm on the thing too. This is the year they gotta win the Natty. I get that. This I feel like, this is the best opportunity. The only thing I hate that, Zach Zinter got hurt, but this is a month for them to get healthy. All of that above. But I'm just saying, bro, because typical Sparty fans, when Michigan first, it was like, you got to make the playoff. You got to beat Ohio State. And it's like, check. And it's like they checking stuff off. And like I say, it can't. Okay, they win this year, then it'd be like, oh, you gotta win too. And it's just like that's the consistent goalpost moving. And like I say, to say Washington should have been over Michigan is ludicrous. Michigan is the only team that beat 2 top 10 teams. The only one. The only one. Like everybody talk about how the first half of Michigan's schedule was terrible, or whatever the case is. I'm right there with you. But the second half of Michigan's schedule was the toughest in the country. The toughest. Nobody talking about that though. And then typical Sparty fan, when y'all football season going right, you say, "Oh, wait to basketball, wait to basketball." It's basketball season. It ain't looking great. So the same arguments you saying about Michigan football fans, Sparty basketball fans do the same thing. Because this was supposed to be your Final Four year.
But see, I just talked to Big Willie about this the other day. Now, you know how it is with Michigan State basketball. They have these slow starts. They do have these slow. No. If you really look at Michigan State, they had these slow starts, and they turn around. They figure a way. They end up competing for the Big Ten tournament, and then they turn around in the NCAA tournament. You never count out Tom Izzo out. Tom Izzo is a great coach, and you know that. It's just the Michigan State. They get in their way. That's the problem with the basketball team. They get in their way. Come on, man.
Michigan State what was their preseason rank?
They was ranked 4.
Ranked 4, bro. And they came out and lost to James Madison. And then y'all was trying to say, well, James Madison is a good team. There it is, there that. James Madison's thinking it up.
Just saying.
Come on, bro. Come on. The same stuff you trying to say, and that's what I'm saying, and this is where the contradiction coming in, because the same stuff you trying to say, well, Michigan fans, y'all got to say this, y'all got to say this, and you all hard, bro, so hard. Bro, y'all in your 3rd coach since he been there.
Bro, Harbaugh and what? Couldn't he get to the national championship game? Come on, bro. I said it. Y'all, hold on. Listen, I said this. I said it doesn't matter if you turn around and beat that team down south. You beat
it don't matter. That's the problem. You can't say it don't. You can't say it don't matter.
National championship.
This what you gotta understand. That's the problem. It do matter. It don't matter to y'all because they put 50 on y'all before the half every game. So you can't say that.
Hold on, Big A. At some point, it needs to matter to Michigan State to be able to get over.
That's what I'm saying.
For Michigan,
that's what I'm saying.
State. But it seems to me that a lot of Michigan State fans, and I don't know if y'all can contest to that, being fans here, y'all seem to, I wouldn't say cower, but y'all seem to bow down to Ohio State.
Every time.
That's them. They got nothing to do with me.
Listen, when it comes to Michigan State, it don't matter how y'all season is. Y'all go in there, chest pumped out, everything. It come to Ohio State, y'all be like, I hope it's a game in the first quarter. Every time.
And you know what else, DC and Bree, what upsets me about y'all is that y'all don't hold that same fire to Ohio State like y'all do Michigan. Like Ohio State ain't been whooping both of us for years, and that's why I always feel like, how do y'all rooting for Ohio State?
See, I don't root for Ohio State. I don't root for them.
For Ohio, I'm talking about just state fans. Period. I see it all over the social media. I'm like, I would never root for Ohio State against Michigan State, no matter what. It's still Michigan versus Ohio. So it's kind of like, yeah, we had to get over that hump, but hell, y'all got to get over that hump too now.
I said we got some work we have to clean up. We got a new coaching staff, we got a new coach and everything, and we got a lot to do. I said it. It's gonna take some time for Michigan State football. But I'm saying for y'all, I'm just saying, y'all got to win the national championship. This is the national championship of bust. I don't want to hear talking about, okay, yeah, you went 13 and 13 and 0 and all that, but you didn't win a national championship. Nobody's not going to care about that. Nobody's not gonna
But
care
listen-
about you keep beating Ohio State, you keep beating Penn State, you keep beating Michigan State, you keep beating Iowa, but then you turn around, you're playing against like Alabama, somebody, but you can't beat them. Nobody's not gonna keep caring about that. You got to go out there and win a national championship, or this season's a failure.
But listen, this would get me with y'all. This is right here is what get me with y'all. This is what get me with y'all. The expectation for Michigan is so high, bro. So high. Like you screaming to the top of your mouth, y'all gotta win the natty. Y'all gotta win the natty. But then when it comes to Michigan State football, it's like, oh, we got some work to do. And it's very low. It's very low. So that's the thing. That's the thing that get me.
Hey,
listen,
it wasn't like that at the beginning of the season, though. I just want to point that out.
It's the facts. It's the facts that
it's hard to do when you ain't got no offensive defense, though. We have no offensive defense, so it's like it's what we can do.
Yeah, side note, I don't know if y'all reported or not, but I just came up on my screen. They're saying that Durant gonna be out for 2 weeks.
Oh my God.
Wow.
2 weeks.
Wow. Wow.
But carry on.
I'm just saying, like,
and listen, on that note, you know what I'm saying? I guess I'll throw my little thing. Did Casey ever go on an 18-game losing streak?
Hell no.
Nope.
Did he ever go a whole month without winning?
Nope.
And they was screaming to the top of the mountain. He had to go, right? Sometimes you got to be careful what you ask for. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, Big A. Listen. I don't want to. Don't leave Monty Williams alone. Leave Monty Williams alone. He just got there coaching, man. Leave him alone.
I don't want to. Hey, listen. When you get the contract he getting, bro, you don't go a whole month without winning, bro. I don't want to hear that, dog. This ain't he's not a rookie coach.
Right,
bro. So, but he's still got young.
Listen, D, this is my thing, bro. This is my thing right here. You like Monty Williams, so you can't be truthful with him. Monty Williams couldn't put nothing together to stop Desmond Bain last night, bro.
Desmond Bain is one of the most underrated players in the NBA. He's the lead in three-point shooting. Desmond Bain, you could argue he's the second best player on the team, possibly the third on the Grizzlies. Desmond Bain is
the second best player
on the team for the Grizzlies.
There's only two of them that went to All-Star teams on that NBA All Pros on that team, and it ain't Desmond Bain. So how's he the second best?
Well, hold up, guys. I could get you that argument, DC, if the Pistons wasn't getting that done to every team's second and third best player. This been going out throughout the whole season. We haven't been getting killed by the best players. We've been getting killed by these teams' second and third best players.
Didn't another team lose 15 straight with a Hall of Fame group?
You know, it's a common thing, and for me, I'll say if Casey was still here, he'd be fired right now. He wouldn't make able to fire him right now. This team is for one, to me, in my opinion, this team is soft. They don't have that it factor. The fact of the matter is that this man was able to freely go through and score 49 points, and nobody tripped, bumped, socked, smacked, or touched him any of that time yesterday. Tells me like the mentality of this team is soft. Ain't no damn way you on this street and you allowing this one man who, like I said, is the second and third option on that team to continue to do that and not say or do nothing about it. At some point in time, like we gotta get we gotta get something in here to wake this up. You know, it's looking bad, man. It's looking bad.
Listen, man. Like I say, bro. You're talking about a whole month without winning. You're on an 18-game losing streak. You just played the Memphis Grizzlies, who didn't have a Ja Morant. You let Desmond Bain go for 50.
30 points in the second half. 30 points in the second half.
Come on, bro.
Desmond Bain is a good player. Desmond Bain is a good player.
I'm not saying he's not a good player, but what I'm saying is if a team's third best option dropping 50 on you, dog. Like Willie said, nobody, nothing, no toughness, no grit. At some point, bro, just because, okay, we like a coach, bro, you gotta call it what it is, dog. You gotta call it what it is.
And then now Duran got hurt, so now he's gonna miss some time.
So, and that's everything we got in the middle.
Yep.
Because now what you about to depend? You about to depend on Bagley and freaking Wiseman? Come on, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say the unpopular opinion what people don't want to talk about. Troy Weaver got to take some of this heat too. He got to take some of this heat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
And Gores, you Gores.
Listen, listen. This is my thing with Gores, right? Gores done gave them like he went and bent over backwards. He got the coach. You know, he went and got the hot GM at the time. You know what I'm saying? And my thing about it, bro, that draft class with Sadiq Bey, Killian, and Stu. Oh, hey, y'all do know Desmond Bain was in that draft class too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
We do know Tyrese Halliburton was in that draft class, right?
Don't get me started on that one.
Like, come on, bro.
Yep.
Come on.
Oh, no. Wait. No, don't even do that. No, Don't go there now.
Don't do what?
I really disagree with you, Big A. Now, don't do that. I told everybody in their mama years that Tyrese Halliburton is literally the Justin Herbert of that class. Nobody fucking wanted him. Now, as soon as he comes out and ball, now everybody wants to say he was in that class, so we could have got him.
Who is everybody knows? Who is everybody knows? Because you can't be talking to me and Big Willie. We was pissed when Killian got drafted.
No, listen,
You ain't talking to us.
listen.
And look, and this is the one thing you got to know about me, Nomus. And Big Willie will tell you this. I am not a fan of taking foreign players over proven players. He will tell you that.
True.
He will tell you that.
Listen, y'all just don't know.
And that's a fair statement.
Listen, that's another thing you gotta know about Big Willie. This is what you gotta know about Big Willie. He got a fucking Halliburton trap stamp on his lower back. So you ain't talking like that's his guy. That's his guy.
Shut up.
Listen, if it ain't Dame Dollar, he got Dame Dollar on his chest, and he got Halliburton on his lower back. Like, come on, dog. You ain't saying that to us.
Hey, Big Willie, you got the Golden State Warriors on your chest too.
And Marcus Ford in his head.
Listen, I got the Golden State Warriors tatted on my neck. I got Dame on my heart.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this: draft night when Halliburton was available. Listen, I was FaceTime with Willie, and he just kept saying, "Big A, we're getting Halliburton. We're getting Halliburton. We're getting Halliburton. Ain't no way they passing on Halliburton." Listen, I'll be honest. My number one guy was Cole Anthony. My number two was Halliburton. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And when they drafted Killian, you would have thought somebody took Big Willie's last chocolate donut when he was in the third grade, bro. I'm telling you, bro, he was devastated.
I couldn't believe it. It's like, it was for me. It was, and like I said, we probably gonna talk about it more, on our show.
So I think we need to have Big Willie investigated because you got tattoos of the Golden State Warriors and all this stuff, and you dating Mark DeFore. I need to have you investigated.
Listen,
tell you, he gonna come up. He gonna come up in them P Diddy cases too, bro. He nasty, bro. He nasty, bro.
I'm just trying to get to the bag. That's all I'm doing. Don't
that fool nasty, bro.
Don't mess it up for me. Listen, I get to the bag and I can share the wealth. You feel?
But look, this, like I said, the spin the block back on the Michigan thing. All I'm saying is, listen, bro. When State was doing good, and Michigan was having their years, like if Big Willie would tell you, bro, we'd be like, man, Michigan they gotta get this thing corrected. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, on the other side, it's hard to say with the team that's winning what they gotta do. Right. Like I say, bro, Like
Right.
people hate on
And
Harbaugh. Listen, they hate Harbaugh so much. Listen, they hate Harbaugh so much, bro. Harbaugh been talking about paying the players, paying the players. We should be paying the players, donating his own money. But since it was coming from Harbaugh, nobody wanted to listen. Now the NCAA put this out that they talking about paying the players. Now it's like this new thing, like the wheel was reinvented. Harbaugh been talking about that. But
revenue
since it was
sharing.
coming from Harbaugh, they ain't want to hear it.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But Bree got Michigan losing to Alabama. I think Daryl do too, man.
Man, Bree got Michigan losing to everybody, bro. Ain't nothing. Man, listen, Michigan can play Martin Luther King High School. Bree gonna say they lose.
That sound about right.
Hey,
I just said this is national championship
ain't
bust
right.
for y'all.
y'all right.
This is-
Y'all ain't right.
Hey, I'm telling y'all, this is
All
national
I'm saying,
This is
listen,
national
all I'm
championship
saying
is
is-
bust.
all I'm saying is, ain't no moving the goalpost, bro. Stop moving it, bro.
Listen,
I don't
hey,
want to
this
hear
shit-
nothing.
This shit was all it was already a foregone conclusion that it was national championship or bust this year going in. This wasn't something that we now talk about when Blake Corum decided to come back.
Right.
That's when we say, okay, now, because to be honest with you, if we would have had Blake Corum last year in that game against TCU, that'd have been a totally
Oh, the
different
game would have been different. But see,
totally
you know what it is
different
though, Willie? I think a lot of y'all think just because like Michigan fans are just happy where they at. No, we want the natty too. We want the
Yeah.
natty too, dog. Like we're not looking at this like, they say, we made a bowl game or whatever the case is. No, we want the natty too.
Yeah, true. We not saying I'm not in no way, shape, or form satisfied with just getting there. Like them last 2 years of us getting there and we not winning, it left a bad taste.
Yeah.
Listen, I wasted 2 bottles the past couple years. I couldn't pop a bottle because they lost. So this year, I'm planning on popping a bottle this year for them to get to the natty. So yeah, DC, Breathe, Nomas, y'all are correct with the notion. Like, yes, it is national championship, but it's always been that way.
It's always that's what you got to understand with Michigan. That's always the level. Never just looking at it like, oh man, we made a bowl game. No, it ain't that. It's always always the goal.
We had to get over some humps. We had to get over that
Well, no,
Ohio State hump because
No, but you gotta pick a side, bro. You gotta pick a side, bro. Ain't no none of that.
Through and through, as well as I am with sports. No, I've never been that way though. Because I mean, I never got into the whole rivalry thing. I never did that. No, I go hard for the. Well, y'all can't hear me.
It's like you love.
Yeah, make sure you keep your mic close.
All right, how about now?
That's good.
Yeah.
But no, what I'm saying. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay, so my thing is just I've never been that way with college sports. I never cared about not NFL. Only thing I hate is Ohio State. I can't stand them motherfuckers. Other than that, I've never been that way with college sports. I support all the teams. But I'm going to call it out like I see it, though. I didn't say maybe a jaw was that way, but most Michigan fans do be coming off with that old Detroit Lions shit that I don't like. Like, come on, man. It's time to win the natty. You brought Jim Harbaugh in here to win a natty, man. So at the end of the day, I need Harbaugh to be in his book for real this time. I don't want to see him trying to act like he in the NFL. You got to play college football like college football is supposed to be fucking played. Quit trying to do shit that don't make sense. Be straight to the point. This team is talented enough to go out there and continue with anybody. But if you keep poorly coaching this damn team, you go continue to make them look like the goddamn cow bitches. Like, I don't want that damn representation on my goddamn franchise here. To be the cow bitch, I'm already worried about the Lions looking like the cow bitches. Why the fuck would I want to see her have my Michigan football teams too looking the same way? That's what I'm saying. You know, time for them to put up or shut up.
Well, I'm finna get on the train, so I'm gonna hop back in.
You got both.
All I'm saying is I don't want to see no goalpost moving. That's all I'm saying.
Okay,
That's all I'm
that's it.
saying.
National championship of bust, man. Because I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear none excuses. Y'all don't win. Didn't win a national championship again. I don't want to hear it.
Okay.
I don't want to
Okay.
hear it.
And
We
what's the
don't want to
state?
hear it's too many penalties, all of that. Don't want to hear it. Y'all lose, y'all take it like a man. That's what I want to hear.
Okay.
I'm with that.
Yeah.
I'm with that.
Just saying.
Y'all win it. I give y'all the most respect as possible. I'll be like, okay,
If possible.
You ain't gonna have a goddamn choice, Bree, because I'm gonna catch you at the game and put a Michigan hoodie on you, my boy. You ain't gonna have a damn choice, my boy. I know where you sit at.
Hey, Big Willie. Hey, and hopefully the Pistons have won a game since then.
Oh man, listen, that'll be a blessing right there.
I know, right?
And Pistons winning. I don't know. We might win a national championship first before the Pistons win the game. That's a
hey, but look, real quick, y'all.
Hey, the Lions got the Lions.
I'm gonna say
the Crews look nice.
Hey, look, I'm gonna say it like this: if y'all win the national championship, very next show afterwards, I will wear some Michigan gear, and I give y'all props.
And I would do this. I would do the same thing. Matter of fact, I go to the Den store in downtown Ann Arbor. While I'm on my break at work, I go buy a Michigan shirt and wear it.
Well,
I would buy it.
Save up your coins and then go ahead and get you one. You might as well just get one now. Just go ahead and get it now.
Hey, hold on now. Y'all got to be Alabama first, okay?
Get out the way.
You got to be Alabama first.
That's gonna be a good game, good tough
game.
Big
Willie still got my Michigan shirt that he never gave me, so you know. That one.
Well, you know what? I need to call my guy too because he because you know they re-up and they relaunching the store. I believe it's next week. They got a new location because you know they was down for a minute because you know their store was part of the building that collapsed. So they're about to reopen, and then I think they got another location they could be in. So once they get that up and going, I'm gonna hit them up again and see if I can get that going for you. For sure.
Hey, Big Willie Styles, can you get a shout out to Coach of Detroit right quick?
Okay.
Of course. I mean, you know, shout out to Dynasty Sports Network. Of course, you know, our official sponsor is Coach of Detroit, located on the Avenue of Fashion, 19327 Illinois. You go on in, you can buy, sell, consign, trade, and you know, once you go in, just let them know that your boys at Dynasty Sports Network sent you. They're gonna look out for you. And if y'all ain't been paying attention, if you've been watching the games, the commercial have been playing.
That's right.
During the Pistons games these last couple of times, so be on the lookout for the commercial too, playing during the Pistons games as well. You know, and with that being said, listen, I'm about to put this phone on chart. I'm about to jump back in the comment section too, man. Y'all keep it going. Big Willie Styles, I'm out.
All right, Big Willie Styles, DSN, and D313XP.
All right. Tell Mark we said hi.
I need some dunks. They got all the dunks.
Yep.
How many dunks they got? I'm just saying.
Oh man, it's great. They got the kids. Oh man, it's great, man. That's like a real culture.
What they got? Let's see.
But man.
Yeah,
but this,
let's see what they got. Yo, what's up, little dog?
So before we get out of here, man.
Shout out to Jay Will, though. Shout out to Jay Will.
Hey, that's right, man. Hey, so before we gonna get out of here, man. Listen, we got any final thoughts before we jump on out of here, man? Start with you, Nomis. Your final thoughts before we get out of here.
Well, my final thoughts is this. First off, it's good to be back on the panel with my brothers again. I've been kind of missing doing the show with us, just at least us three again. So it's good to see us again. Bree, I already told you it was good to see you, and then Daryl's good to have you as well. So thank you everybody that showed up to the channel, man. I got some. Please follow all our separate YouTube channels as well. You know, he got two of them at the bottom of. I got a link tree. I'm gonna put in the chat. But you know, the new breed, 313 Sports, Daryl Simpson, the new breed, Real Talk as well. And Nomis J313. That's my new channel. All my solo content will be forever done on there. This will be our joint channel where we do all our content together, where we podcast, separate videos we'll do together in the future like we was doing earlier during the season, and just anything else in general, man. We got some things coming for y'all. We just need y'all to hit like that subscribe button, man. Subscribe to D313XP podcast and keep supporting your people, man. Shout out to DSN as well. Subscribe to their network as well, man, over there. Detroit Sports Dynasty. Sports Network, I'm sorry. And yeah, man, I just need my teams to get right. I need the Lions to go ahead and take care of business. Shout out to the Red Wings for just being the goddamn Red Wings. Salute to the Tigers. And Michigan, get your shit right. Go win. And with that being said, Nomis J313. Daryl, right to you.
Bree, you got any final thoughts, man, before we get out of here?
Daryl, right to you.
Yeah.
Bree,
well,
final
first, I
thoughts?
want to say roll tide. Yes, sir. Like I said, first I want to say roll tide.
Go ahead, right.
Yeah, yes, I am. I would. Hey, no, I would get it my Pat McAfee, but I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna do it. But yeah, but hey, man, yeah, just everybody, let's just have hopes with all these teams, man. No matter if they good, they bad, just still be with the teams, man. Just wish them the best, man. I mean, I know Pistons got like 100-game losing streak, but still roll with them. Still roll with them. It's going to eventually end. I don't know if it's going to this year, but have some hope. Shout out to the Red Wings. You ain't shitting on us. Shout out to the Red Wings. Shout out to the Tigers, and they move. Oh, and also, forgot to mention this too. Shout out to Jim Leland for making the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Well deserved.
Oh, yeah.
Well deserved.
Yes.
Well deserved.
And Coach McMillan, too.
Yes. Coach McMillan for winning the Coach of the Month for the Crews.
Yes.
Big respect for that.
Yes.
Shout out to the Crews. They already got more wins than the Pistons. But who's counting?
You right that.
Listen. No, you're starting again. No, you're starting again. But yeah, man. Just for the Lions, man. Hopefully they go out there in Chicago and beat those Care Bears. Beat them down in the cold. I know the Lion Nation gonna go crazy down there. It's only a 4-hour drive, so they're gonna go crazy down there, even in that cold.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to the Lions.
Hey, quick shout out to Bears Country. Foster was here earlier too, so shout out to them.
Yes, yeah. We will be on. They will be here, and we will be on their show next week.
Absolutely.
So 2 shows back to back. So shout out to them, man. They got some good content stuff too. And also too, I got to give a shout out to Chris Howard. He's actually going to do an autograph signing in Toledo on December the 17th. So it's going to be Anthony Thomas, Chris Howard, Fitzgerald Toussaint, and Lawrence Marshall. If y'all don't see it, this is it right here.
Absolutely.
It's going to be at Franklin Park Mall in Toledo on the 17th. So some of y'all Michigan fans, y'all want to go out there, get whatever signed, get anything signed, or just show support, man. Just do that. So shout out to Chris Howard, man. I'll try to be out there to show my support to him and everything. So hopefully everybody y'all can do that too. But yeah, man, just look at the playing games, y'all thoughts on the playoff games and everything. So hopefully the Lakers ain't gonna win. Oh, my bad. The Fakers won't win. That's about it.
All right, man. Final thoughts for me, man. Listen, I want to start off with Like I said, I'm going to start out with the Pistons, man. Pistons, like I said, just I know it's been tough. Just continue to compete the best of your ability. You're gonna get to finally, hopefully, you get a win by the end of the year. It's gonna be pretty tough. Yep. So, right, make sure you get Riley Patterson doing autograph signing as well, man. So make sure you show their support as well, man. So, um, yeah. So the Pistons, it's been a struggle, but you know, you just have to fight through adversity. Just have to fight through it, man. Hopefully we could get a win at some point. So, but Lions go out there, take care of business. You got the Chicago Bears. They're looking for revenge. Like I said earlier, they're looking for revenge. Go out there, take care of business. Because the simple fact, you want to be in the top 2 seeds in the NFC. You want to be at least in there. So you got to go out there, take care of business. Don't turn the football over. Play smart football. Hopefully, we get some pressure on Justin Fields. But we do a better job from what happened the first game. So even though we won that game, it didn't look pretty, but we won that game. Let's go out there, take care of our divisional opponent. Wet Wings, shout out to the Wings. They've been playing great hockey. They're playing good hockey. I'll give a shout out to them. Also, want to give a shout out to everybody that was give a shout out to the Tigers as well. Saying for AJ Hinch and get a contract extension. Jim Leland is in the Baseball Hall of Fame. Shout out to that, man. So also too, man, I want to give a shout out to everybody that was in the chat today, man. That came through from Sakina to Dynasty Sports Network, Big Willie Styles, and Big A guys. 0-16, our guy 0-16, of course. I want to give a shout out to our guy, guys that always show love and support, Ray Moore and Dante Chase, and what's his name? Man Beast, and those guys, man, all show love and support, man, in our channel. King
Ray Moore.
Yeah, I just say Ray Moore. It's a King. All the other guys that shows love and support, man. 0-16, always there. He's like he's another guy on our XP as well, man, showing love and support, man. So definitely, man. So it's been a great show today, man. It's been a great show. Definitely next week we will be back on next week. Like you said with Bree, just like we're gonna probably be on their podcast, the Bears Country Podcast, be on their show. Plus, we'll be on our show as well. So make sure y'all look forward to that. Hit that likes and subscribe to D313XP. We're gonna continue to bring out consistent content. Check out our Facebook page. You also check out Nolan's YouTube channel of Nolan's J313, and also Breeze, a new Breeze 313 Sports, and also Breeze his other channel. Make sure y'all hit the like, subscribe as well. Definitely, man. So we definitely gonna continue to bring you more content out there, man. So as that being said,
Maniac Tim.
Yep, and Maniac Tim. Give a shout out to Maniac Tim. Shout out to Lions Avenue Podcast. Shout out to Walter Stringer, and Neil Green Sr. and all the guys, and Lions content creators. Dose of Dion. You always gonna, Dose of Dion. You gotta get a shout out to him. Go ahead, Bree.
Now that you mentioned Walter Stringer, I think we're gonna have him on the show in the next couple of weeks too.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Because I didn't get a chance to talk to him, and I was on their show. I think about a month ago or something like that, a month or 2 months. Okay. So it was pretty good. It was a real good show. Yeah, check those guys out, Lions Avenue Podcast. So, but yeah, as that being said, look at that. Make sure Nolan's J3, Curtis Steele.
Kuka Hill. Well,
Yep.
Kuka Hill as well for the Pistons. So he's doing a lot of work, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. One more thing. Michigan State basketball. Get your shit together. You're better than that. Get your shit together. You're better than that. That's that being said, Nomas J, Bree, your boy DC1, D313 XP. Catch you on the next episode. Peace.